Hey everybody, this is the next video tutorial on MS Teams. This is going to be number 4. In this one we're going to look at how to access your Google Drive storage from inside Microsoft Teams. We're going to look at the different tabs that are at the top of the Microsoft Teams layout, like files, assignments, grades, etc. And also how to use @mentions. And lastly, formatting your posts. So you get a lot more customizable stuff in Teams. So the first thing we're going to look at is how to access Google Drive from inside Microsoft Teams. This is a really good add-on that people don't notice at all. I'm in my web-based thing right now. You see I'm in my web browser. Right on the Teams tab, so here are all the Teams classes I'm an owner of or a participant in. And then we go over here on the left-hand navigation bar down to Files. And just giving an example, I'm actually going to sign out of this Google Drive thing you see there real quick. Now it's gone. This is what you get when you first click on Files. You have recent stuff, things that are just part of your Microsoft Teams groups, and then you have your OneDrive cloud storage. So OneDrive is basically the Google Drive of Microsoft. It's exactly the same thing. You know, it's up on the cloud. You store your stuff there. You can access it anywhere, all that stuff. But say all your stuff is on Google Drive and you want to keep using Google Drive and you want to keep using Google Docs and Google Sheets and Google Slides or whatever. Well, that's perfectly fine. All I have to do is come down here and click Add Cloud Storage. Again, I'm in the web browser one. I'm not even on my installed app. You can still do this on the web browser one. Add Cloud Storage. If you got Dropbox, something else, or Google Drive, I'm going to click on Google Drive because I have a lot of my physics stuff in my Google Drive. So here's my EBR Schools account I'm going to use to access my Google Drive, and it's going to ask for my credentials, like my password and stuff. And once it does that, I have my entire Google Drive right here inside of Microsoft Teams. I can change how it's sorted, so I'm going to sort it by name because that's how my Google Drive is sorted when I go to Google Drive. But I could go to last year's stuff that I made. Let's say for physics, let's go to this one, whatever, and let's go to, I don't know, problems that we did there. And this is a Google slide presentation, and I'm opening the entire thing in Microsoft Teams. There's no Google Drive open here. There's no, I would click this and go to a new tab and go to Google Drive and do all that stuff. I don't have to. I'm going to be in Microsoft Teams right now, so I'm just going to do it in here. And so I have the whole presentation of all the problems that I made, and I can edit them. Look, you can go right in there and just edit stuff. This is a picture, so I can't click and add text to it, but I could edit this thing right now. It's ready to work right now inside of Microsoft Teams. So this is really useful to have because you may have a bunch of stuff in your Google Drive and you want to be able to use it to submit things, or you'd rather use Google Docs to do stuff instead of using the Microsoft applications. Cool, that's fine. I suggest you add that Google Drive cloud storage to this Files tab. All you have to do is log in one time and it's ready to go. And you can upload stuff through Teams. I can upload something to my Google Drive without ever opening Google Drive. So that's a good thing to know that is available to you right there inside Microsoft Teams. All right. We're going to look at within a particular team, let's say physics first hour, what the tabs at the top mean. So the posts is the default thing. That's like the Google Stream. So I posted a link to the course syllabus, which you can also find in the Files tab right here. You just go to Files and click on the folder and you can find it. But I put a link in case you can't find it easily for some reason. And I also posted a screenshot of the virtual schedule just so everybody knows what that is. And at the top we have the post. That's our stream of stuff. Our recorded videos from meetings will appear there, all that. In the Files tab, right now there's just the class materials. If I click it, you can see I have our syllabus or course description, and you don't have to download it or anything. You can just click on it and it will open inside of Microsoft Teams. And this class materials folder is one that only I have access to do editing with and stuff. So you can pull it up and open it in here and view it, but you're not going to be able to edit anything in the class materials folder. There can be other folders, but this one is just for me to post stuff that you can see. So you can go in and see that syllabus right now and read it if you want. class notebook, we're going to come back to in a separate video. That's a hugely cool thing that we're going to use, but we're not going to talk about it right now. Assignments would be where you find any assignments that I post. So just like in Google Classroom, if I, like for instance, I have a draft here for a survey I'm going to give you on the first day of school. It's an assignment, like you have to turn it in, right? But all of your assignments that are scheduled and have a due date, that things that count for a grade, like you can just go to assignments and see that stuff. And you'll also see it posted in the posts stream, just like in Google Classroom. Grades are grades. We got this Flipgrid tab over here, so I added a Flipgrid, which is like a 90-second video clip of stuff you can add and do some editing. You can do it on your phone, on your laptop, whatever. First time I go to it, I'm gonna have to join. The label I put up here, Stacy first. That's the code to join the correct Flipgrid, and you can also just go to their website, but it's just a way to shortly or quickly add a video thing, and we'll do kind of introductions that way. Instead of doing it live during a session, you can record a brief video and tell me your name and I'll know how to pronounce it properly, and maybe some other stuff that's cool. I'll make one first and you can see what I do. I'll like give you a walk around of going up to my classroom and what it looks like inside, blah blah blah. And then there's, if you can't see everything, there's like some more stuff in there. You can just click 2 more. And we'll have the ability to add other extensions. So like we'll have maybe, and you guys are going to have your own groups. You could add certain extensions right into your group to share stuff, or you can add extra OneNote notebooks, which we'll be using. There are a lot of things that you can use as extensions up here on the tab. So that's what that is. So we talked about that, @mentions and tags. So say, and this will become relevant when we're actually in our breakout rooms, and we'll do a separate video just about that. We'll practice with it all week during our first week of school. But let's say we're in an example class, I don't know, and we might be in different meetings. Like after we leave our general meeting, we will go to separate breakout rooms, and maybe you want to ask me a question like, hey Mr. Stacy, can you come answer this question for group 2? Because group 2 is working on whatever you're working on. And I'm not in your meeting, so how am I going to see your chat? I'm not going to see your chat. So when you go down into your meeting chat, I could start a meeting and do it, or I could do it right in here. Doesn't matter. You can @mention somebody and it'll give them a notification. So say I'm not in a chat with our principal right now, but I could type in the @ symbol, that's Shift 2, and start typing Mrs. McCann's name, and she's not going to appear because she's not in this example class. But if I go to, goodness sakes, we're going to record something right now. But see, here's another class, and we have, let's see who's in our class that I can show you an exact example. Oh, so all the administrators are in this one. That's fine. Okay. So let's say I need to send a @mention to my teacher. So Ms. McCann is in this group. She appears right there. I can click on her name, and I can say, hi, Mrs. McCann. I have a question. I can send that, and then she's going to get a notification of it even though she's not in the meeting right now. So you can do that with me. You'll just start typing @Benjamin, and then it's not going to appear for me because I'm Benjamin Stacy. It's not going to show me it right here. But within my classes, when you do @Benjamin, start spelling that name, you're going to see Benjamin P. Stacy. You can click on my name. It'll fill in and become purple, and you can send me that message, and I'll get it no matter what breakout room I'm in. So @mentions are going to be really useful when we're in different groups. You can also do it between different students. So you don't need to just send it to like me. You can use it with other students in other breakout rooms. Last thing, formatting posts. So here we're in our main posts stream thing right here, and you can obviously type stuff. I need to do that, but you have other options down here. The very first button is often overlooked, and it's just the format button. Let me click that. My area in which I can type my post is now larger, and I have some options up here. I can make things bold, italic, I can highlight words, underline, change the blah 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 blah. There's a lot. You can put a grid in, like if you for some reason wanted to do that. You can make you're typing stuff and then you want a horizontal line for some reason. Like this formatting option gives you the option to make your posts more organized, I suppose, and or like if you want to take a screenshot, so I'll screen grab this learning how to screen grab on your computer is going to be really, really useful. We can go over that if you all have questions. But I just took a screen grab, it's copied to my clipboard, and I'm going to Control V paste it right into this box. And then boom, and there it is. Whatever I just screen grabbed is posted in there. And I can and then I just hit enter, or I click the send button down here, and that'll be posted. So the formatting button lets you do a lot more with your thing. And I am not actually going to post this. I'm going to select all and delete, and we're done. Or I can hit the trash can and say I'm not posting that. You have other options down here for attaching files using what are these guys? Oh, emojis. Obviously, I've enabled emojis and GIFs because that's cool. If we use it appropriately, you know, I think that's fine. I like GIFs and memes. So as long as we don't clutter up the stream or the chat with some nonsense, because it still needs to be functional, these options are available to you, and it's a cool way for us to like personalize our experience and make the online learning a little more, real. So anyway, that stuff's down there. That's it for this video. Just pointing out some of the useful things we can do within our stream and at the tabs. Join me next time when we talk about whatever the next topic is. OneNote notebook. I don't know. Anyway, see you next time, guys.